Hey guys, welcome to Subin's astrology reading. He mentioned at one point that he was born early in the morning, but he didn't know the exact time. So I'm using a sunrise chart calculated for 12 p.m. Subin has Sun in Sagittarius and it's closely conjunct to Pluto. The Sun in Sagittarius is naturally optimistic, open-minded, and adventurous, but Pluto's influence adds a layer of introspection, intensity, and emotional depth. Rather than embodying the typical free-spirited nature of Sagittarius, his ego and self-expression are more guarded and complex. There is typically a fear of being too transparent or obvious. Pluto thrives in the shadows, shaping a strong inclination towards privacy and secrecy. There's a sense that Subin keeps much of himself concealed, revealing only what he chooses. Many aspects of his character remain elusive, hinting at a depth that isn't immediately visible. Yet, beneath this reserved nature lies a powerful drive for recognition, resilience, and the pursuit of influence. Pluto is often linked to past life trauma or deep-seated wounds, and in his case, this may involve experiences of shame, damage, or struggles that left a lasting imprint on his ego, identity, or sense of vitality. With the Sun conjunct Pluto, he might carry an underlying sense of guilt or shame that he is meant to confront and transform in this lifetime. He is deeply Plutonic, psychological, analytical, and highly perceptive. His ability to see beyond the surface allows him to penetrate not only his own inner world, but also the lives, motives, and needs of others. Personal transformation is a defining theme in his life, shaping both his identity and purpose. This drives him to seek a deeper understanding of himself, drawing him towards introspection and psychological exploration. Subin is profoundly self-aware and is highly attuned to his emotions and desires. Throughout his life, he undergoes a lot of shifts that reshape his outlook and sense of self in powerful, life-altering ways. With Sun sextile Uranus, he is resourceful and has the ability to regenerate and bounce back from setbacks with force and tenacity. His willpower is formidable, and his creative potential and psychic power are unlimited. Beyond his strength and resilience, his moon in Pisces gives him a sensitive and gentle nature. He shares an instinctual connection with his soul, and his emotions serve as an internal compass. Whenever he strays from his true path or acts out of alignment with his purpose or values, his emotional state is the first to signal that something is off, guiding him back towards authenticity. For him, the true meaning of life lies in spirituality, living in alignment with his soul and embracing personal growth on a deeper spiritual and psychological level. With the moon sextile Venus and Saturn, there is a beautiful blend of compassion, empathy, and unwavering sense of devotion and responsibility. Venus enhances his ability to embrace his anima, or feminine energy, cultivating a natural charm and social grace. His openness and responsiveness makes him approachable, well-liked, and popular among women. Saturn complements by giving a practical outlook and excellent common sense. He has a strong work ethic and respect for tradition and authority. His sense of duty and discipline is balanced by his kindness, making him reliable and trustworthy. His emotional experiences are intense, concentrated, and often all-consuming. He perceives every event or interaction as deeply meaningful. A strong sense of destiny and fate is woven into his experiences, making life's events feel purposeful and transformative. Emotions hold great weight and leave a lasting imprint on his inner world and psyche. Subin's Mercury in Sagittarius shows that the way he thinks and expresses himself aligns with who he is and what he values. He is mentally active, talkative, expressive, and intelligent. He has the capacity for learning, is curious, and has a philosophical outlook. However, Mercury's opposition to Saturn can introduce a tendency for self-censorship, making Subin more restrained in his communication. He is likely to hold back a great deal or carefully frame his words in a controlled manner. Saturn's influence often dampens his confidence in his ability to learn or communicate effectively. It instills a deep fear of failure and criticism, leading to a more cautious or even pessimistic outlook. However, Jupiter's opposition to Mercury provides a counterbalance to Saturn's restrictive energy. Jupiter helps ease feelings of self-doubt and limitation, offering him the ability to rise above his insecurities. With Jupiter's influence, he taps into his wit, humor, and dramatic flair, using these qualities to navigate challenges with a sense of openness and optimism. Also, there is a genuine heart-to-mind connection when Mercury is sextile to Neptune. This aspect gives Subin a dreamlike, imaginative, and impressionable mind. On one hand, Neptune can make him trusting or gullible. On the other hand, it makes him creative, musically talented, and intuitive. Neptune imbues him with a deep sensitivity to both sensual and emotional experiences, pulling him towards mystical and intangible realms. Meanwhile, Saturn, firmly rooted in the practical and material world through Taurus, anchors him in logic and tangible reality. This likely creates an internal tension. He feels a strong pull to escape into his inner dreamlike world, yet there is an equally strong need to stay grounded in reality. Balancing these opposing forces may be a recurring challenge for him. Saturn and Neptune play an especially important role in his love life and social engagements. The closest aspect between two planets in his chart is the trine between Venus and Saturn. This aspect is highly influential, not only shaping his taste, social dynamics, and capacity for love, but also having a profound impact on his personality and character. His Venus is also in Capricorn, which is a sign ruled by Saturn. This suggests that his love style is very Saturnian. Love and relationships are very important for him. In love, he is serious, sincere, and he yearns for a successful romantic union. He is likely to have a reserved romantic taste, an understated, subtle, or emotionally restrained expression of affection. He appreciates deep, meaningful connections, but can't shy away from overt displays of affection, grand gestures, or overly dramatic expressions of love. Subin probably favors quiet, intimate moments, thoughtful gestures, and relationships that build gradually rather than intense, whirlwind romances. His aesthetic taste, for example, is ethereal and refined due to Venus conjunct Neptune. Still, his overall romantic approach and outlook is likely traditional and conservative. While his ideal partner may be quite specific, Saturn's influence enables him to manifest a spouse who aligns with his ideal type. He has the capacity to turn his romantic aspirations or fantasy into reality. But his love or social life may be troubled at times due to Venus square Mars. Mars typically brings conflict, battles of egos, and competitiveness into relationships. It causes experiences that cause issues of disharmony and tension. However, Subin's Mars is in a sign that is relationship-oriented. Mars in Libra values harmony, peace, and fairness. If anything, he may have difficulty with conflict or may have a tendency to avoid confrontations. While Mars trine Uranus may bring occasional drama in love and lead him to act selfishly or arrogantly at times, his overall chart indicates an innate temperament that is more gentle, empathetic, and compromising. As a result, these occasional flare-ups are unlikely to cause significant difficulties or have a lasting negative impact on his romantic life. And that brings us to the end of our analysis of Subin's natal chart. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Until next time, take care.